Well, I'm back. You may be able to tell by the lighting situation right now, but it is not the morning. It is in fact almost night time. Today I have been mostly waiting for my bike to be serviced. Come on, GPS, catch up. I'm gonna go down that way. I guessed right. I guessed left, which was right. Yeah. So no, I've been mainly waiting for my bike to be serviced, which I'm not complaining about, because I am incredibly grateful to the guys at Newport Italian here in LA, well, the Orange County area, for fitting me in at the last minute, finding a tyre at the last minute that fits the crazy ridiculous tyre size of this bike, being good, doing a recall issue on the bike at the same time, and mainly for just being really, really nice guys, plying me with free espresso and expensive Italian water and chatting to me for hours about all things Italian motorcycle related. Yeah, no, jolly nice guys. If anyone lives in this area and is looking for a Guzzi dealer or a Aprilia dealer or a MV Agusta, what else do they do? Little Italian scooters, all that sort of thing. Then I'll definitely get in touch with these guys. So that's my shout out. Guy standing on his Triumph Tiger. So most of the time while waiting for that to be done, I was wandering around Huntington Beach. So yeah, that was nice. Bought a couple of Hawaiian shirts because it seemed like the done thing. And yeah, it was good, warm but good. And there was even live music playing out on the streets. Punk covers band were playing some Suicidal Tendencies. The great song Psychovision. The original of which featured a young Brooks Wackerman on drums. So that's some drumming punk trivia for you. Anyway, I watched that for a bit. And yeah, I mean, it's quite nice in a way to not be on the bike. My plan when the bike was finished being serviced was to ride to where I'm staying tonight, which is Ridgecrest in California, different part of California, via some twisty, fun mountain roads. But again, we've been cheated out of that because look, it's getting dark. I've missed my chance for a bit of canyon carving, so now I'm just gonna head to my hotel as quickly as possible. Now when I say as quickly as possible, what I of course mean is this is sodding LA, and at some point we're going to hit a whole load of traffic, so you'll get to see you get to have the pleasure of watching someone who's really not good at filtering through traffic. Filter through traffic, or lane split as the Americans call it. So yeah, that's probably going to happen. For now, though, it seems alright. And yeah, I'm just going to head straight there to the hotel because according to my GPS, I'm not going to get there until about 10. And my plan is to be up very, very early tomorrow morning. And I shall tell you for why. Because I plan to ride through Death Valley. Oh yes. And my theory is that if I'm up really, really early when I ride through, it won't be too hot. I mean, it will be hot. It's Death Valley, but it won't be so hot. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that hopefully tomorrow. Well, that's a cool car. Man's wearing a cool hat as well. He is clearly a very cool person. There's a sign there that says motorcycles avoid lane splitting, which means avoid filtering, which means it's my worst nightmare. LA traffic with no ability to cut through. Oh God, how much longer does this go on for? Why? Why does this happen to me? Lord knows I've been a good man. Well, alright, maybe not. It does feel, though, weirdly good. Even despite this, to be back on the bike. And this is why I say here's my advice to anyone planning a long motorbike trip. And this is not what I've done on this trip or my previous trip, so I do not follow my own advice, and I suffer for it. Is 2 or 3 days on the bike, then a day off. And then what happens is when you get back on the bike after that day off, you feel amazing to be back on the bike. You know, you feel great. You don't feel fatigued. You know, everything you loved about riding your bike comes flooding back. And yeah, you know, that is the way to do long trips. 2-3 days riding, 1 day off. 2-3 days riding, 1 day off. That is my advice. I did not do that this time, so I've been bloody knackered. I have. Oh yeah, really enjoying my bike right now. The brakes feel good. Yeah. It's such a good bike. I don't know, maybe it's just because I've been talking with the guys at Newport Italian all afternoon about bikes and the various merits of different bikes. But, you know, it's really made me appreciate what I've got. It's a lovely bike, and it has taken me this whole way across America without really grumbling. It did grumble a little bit in the heat of LA yesterday. It was a little bit whingy, but I can't say I blame it, because I was also feeling a little bit whingy. I mean, I should probably say, I don't know, I'm going to have to go back and re-watch it, but I probably seemed a little bit downbeat when I got to Santa Monica, when I suppose I should have been euphoric, because it means I had completed the trip. But you do have to understand, it was ridiculously hot, I was ridiculously tired and ridiculously dehydrated, so really that was you know, if it was another 30 minutes to get there, I probably would have had to stop and and take a break, because, you know, I was honestly on the verge of collapse by the time I got to Santa Monica. So anyway, apologies if I seemed downbeat then. I wasn't, I was just very tired and very thirsty. Well, we've made it to Ridge Crest. Sorry, I can't talk because I'm so tired. I've lost the ability to speak. For those worried about whether I was going to starve to death, I stopped a little while back and had a Subway. Didn't take a picture because you all know what a Subway looks like. Anyway, I'm almost at my hotel. I think I remember which hotel it was I booked at. I now don't know if I can remember the name of it, so hopefully there's only one hotel there. It could well be this Motel 6. Motel 6 does sound like something I would do. Oh no, actually no, I'm not sure. No, maybe it's not. Okay, I think it's up here somewhere. Well, anyway, this camera's gonna run out of battery soon, so I shall. This one, travel in. I think this might be it. Yeah. Should we try it? Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, I don't know. Previously on YouTube, I complete Route 66 by the Santa Monica Pier. I made it. My sleeping bag is stolen by bastards in Barstow. People of Barstow really are a bunch of bastards. And I head towards Death Valley. I plan to ride through Death Valley. Oh yes. And now for the thrilling conclusion. Anyway, so yeah, Route 66 is over. It's done. I did that thing. I'm now somewhere in the middle of nowhere in California, heading towards Death Valley. Not sure really what to find in Death Valley. I guess potentially death, but I'm hoping not. I don't know how hot it's going to be. I was planning on leaving very early in the morning on account of the potential heat. And in true me style, I did not leave as early as I hoped to. Yeah. It's going to be about, well, it's about 8:30. Well, I think we're approaching Death Valley now. Roads here are pretty good anyway. Enjoying my new rear tyre. There's no other traffic. Just me. Beautiful. Okay. Look at this road. Lovely. Other cars finally. Yeah, the other reason I think we're getting close to Death Valley is that it's starting to get a bit warmer. Well, just when I thought my off-roading fun was over, here we are on another gravel road. Annoyingly, because the thing is, I did the gravel road as part of Route 66 in order that I could say I did as much of the authentic Route 66 as possible. Oh man. Oh, this is not fun. Bike is not good at this. On Route 66 to do as much of the authentic Route 66 as possible. Now I don't have any desire to actually do this kind of road. And normally what happens is your GPS tells you that the route is going to take you on unpaved roads, and it has not done it here. So there you go. Really, it says I'm turning off in 1.3 miles, so I really hope then that takes me back onto a paved road. because this is really horrible. It's really like sandy gravel. I mean, you know, my tyres are street tyres, they're not made for this. And yeah, it's all getting very, very wobbly. I overtook some cars a little while ago, and they're gonna probably re-overtake me, I imagine, because you know, I don't want to go too fast. Then again, maybe speed helps in these situations, I don't know. You know what, now that I've picked the speed up, seem a bit smoother, but it's still very wobbly. Look what's ahead. Paved road. Just gonna make this last section without ditching it. Yes! Thank God that's over. You know, that sort of road's fun on the right bike, but I don't have the right bike for it. Death Valley, yeah. Death Valley via 190. Oh, that's my only option. Alright. Away we go. Well, look what we have here. Death Valley National Park. Let's go. Let's see it. So far, it's not as hot as I thought it would be. 29 degrees Celsius according to my bike. I don't know if it's going to get hotter as I get deeper inside of Death Valley, or if I just picked a good time of year for it. It's kind of mid-September now. But yeah, I've had hotter temperatures than this by a long way already on this trip. I mean, you know, downtown LA a couple of days ago in that traffic was absolutely horrific. This is fine. Stovepipe Wells, Furnace Creek. That's where I'm headed. For a valley, it seems to be going uphill. I guess Death Valley's the other side of that hill. Maybe that's where it gets hot. Oh wow, what's that? Is that a coyote? What the hell was that? Awesome! Oh, I can't remember who at work had bet on me being eaten by coyotes. But they nearly got some money then. This is quite a nice road. It's not super twisty, but enough to keep you interested. car, get out of my way. I'm trying to enjoy myself here. Can't deal with you there, Kia person. Why are you pulling and take a picture? Go on, you know you want to take a picture. Go on. Other cars. All the Porsches. Must be some kind of like press, like review of a new Porsche. That's it down there, Death Valley. Now look at all these prototype cars. There's some Porsches, but they weren't all Porsches. What's going on? Some kind of big press event. One day I will be reading about the new Porsche, whatever it is. Test drive media event in Death Valley. I'll say I was there. I didn't get to ride or drive no stinking Porsche, but I'd rather be on my bike anyway. Although they've probably got nice air conditioning, I imagine. I guess this is Death Valley. It is. Look at it. Seems like they were all kinds of different camouflage cars, so maybe this is just where car manufacturers take prototype cars for hot weather testing or something like that. Probably is. Fair play to it, it's starting to get hotter now. We've hit 30 degrees Celsius. See where it goes from here. Still going down. 31 now. I mean that's still okay. It's warm, but it's okay. What kind of car is that? I don't know. It's got Michigan plates though. So it's from Detroit. So a whole load of Porsches. That's alright. Bad idea, yeah. You guys testing new Porsches, are you?
Well, just driving a little bit around.
Okay. So it's a new model, yeah?
Well, I think it seems logical that we're not missing all points.
Nice. Okay, well, have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that. Very German. Well, I think it seems logical that we're not testing old ones. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough, my friend. Stupid question, I suppose, but I'm not used to coming across. So I think here I'm supposed to pay. I think pay fee here. Right? Yeah, let's do that then. Ranger station closed. Let's do it at Furnace Creek. Oh God! For somewhere that's the hottest place on earth, they don't have to make you stop unnecessarily a lot. So I suppose the thing as well with testing new Porsches is, or seeing new models of Porsches, is that they all bloody look the same anyway, don't they, Porsches? I mean, it's not as if I'm seeing anything new and revolutionary. I suppose that's probably why they haven't really disguised them that much. Not like some of the other manufacturers' cars that were really disguised. Extreme heat danger. My bike says 37 degrees. Yeah, there was a little graphic in one of those places that told you why it gets so hot. Apparently it's because it's so dry, there's no vegetation to absorb the heat, the air is thin for some reason, and also, oh no, yeah, because it's not very cloudy. Yeah, so there's no cloud to absorb the heat. There's no plants to absorb the heat, and because it's surrounded by mountains on each side, there was some incredibly complicated thing to do with air rising and stuff that made it hot. That's all the science you're going to get from me. If anyone has further questions, refer to Google. Like sand dunes. Oh, we're going right through the desert now. Oh yeah, it's very hot. Very, very hot. Okay, I've paid my fee and I'm reliably told there's somewhere to get food and drink 2 miles up the road. So that is the plan. Oh shoot, do not enter. Balls to that. Should be going this way. Okay. You actually coming? God, it's hot here, and the ranger person told me that oh, hang on, here we go, Furnace Creek Ranch. Yeah, okay, here we can get some food. Yeah, she told me it's only going to get hotter as the day progresses. let's get some food. Well, just so you know, my bike's temperature is now reading 39 degrees Celsius. That's pretty hot. That is, yeah, pretty extremely hot. I've just been stopped at Furnace Creek eating the worst food I've ever had. It was seriously revolting. But at least I had something to drink, which was needed. It really is like mentally hot now. I need to get out of Death Valley, so I'm not stopping again. I'm just going to continue riding through until I get out the other side. Not that it's actually going to be cool for a long way. I think not until I get up into Utah is temperature going to drop. And actually at that point, when I get up into Utah, temperature might be quite cold, so I might go from one extreme to the other. But yeah, for now I am just trying to get through Death Valley. It's so hot. At least I'm moving now. It's starting to, it's better than it was. It was so hot that my camera was chirping at me and telling me it needs to cool down. I'm hoping now the wind going against it is helping that one. Oh my god, could you imagine though, you know, if you wound up here back in the day before there were all the tourists and the paved roads, you know, if you were actually just, I don't know, broken down here or whatever, you'd have no chance, absolutely no chance. I mean, look how desolate and barren this landscape is, you know. And with the temperature, no chance. I, of course, would probably be scared to death of the insects because I'm a wimp. I had something land on my shoulder while I was getting back on the bike that was like it was just a monster. There's no other way of describing it. It was an actual real life monster landed on me. So I flailed around like a girl. Actually, I shouldn't say that, that's very sexist. I flailed around like a mat. And that is Zabriskie Point, and we're not stopping because if I have to stop in this temperature again, I don't think I'm going to make it, so I'm just going to keep on going. Look at that though, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, like in a weird kind of desolate kind of way, but still. I mean, I know I've said this before, but this place really does feel like you're on a different planet. Some kind of like planet that doesn't support life, you know? I don't know if you're picking up on the camera or whether it's just like really one of those things that you have to see with your own eyes, but just like the weirdness of this place. It really doesn't look like this planet. It looks like somewhere in a galaxy far, far away. crazy. I'm so glad that I came through here. I mean, I'm glad I'm not. I'm incredibly hot right now. I could do with the temperature being a bit lower, but in terms of the scenery, it's yeah, something I'm glad I've seen. I mean, I do think on these bike trips, sometimes it's not just about you know, finding the roads with the best corners and all of that. You know, it's about seeing the world as you go by it as well. I mean, obviously on this trip, none of it's really been about finding twisty corners. My plans to do that in California didn't pan out. So the only good road I was on was that little bit between Arizona and California. But that was great. Was that an insect or was that a bird? Oh man, got an alien. Thanks for experiencing your national park. Please visit again. I don't know if it's my national park because I'm a Brit. Has America given these national parks to the world? I suppose so, in a way. Oh, wow. Hey, look! Welcome to Nevada! And the Silver State. Didn't know that. This is... Oh, and there's a massive cow. Moo. Welcome to Nevada. Here you go. Here is another state that we have now been to on this trip. Yeah. I don't really know what there is to do here. Apart from gamble in Vegas, which I'm not doing. But I have just noticed the speed limit has gone up. God bless you, Nevada, with your reasonable speed limits. Hello. Well, I'm not sure where I got up to with the video. I think I just finished Death Valley. As you can probably tell, this is not Death Valley. We are now in a completely different part of America. Partly because I've been having camera battery issues, and also just partly because after filming the whole trip, it's quite nice to have a day of filming. I thought I'd catch up with the whole videoing thing because we are almost done with the trip. We are now in Wyoming. That means states I've done on this trip are Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas briefly, Oklahoma, I'm going to say that's a fairly comprehensive trip across America. And it's been a great trip. I haven't done that many great roads, I admit that, from the point of view of twists and turns, but it's not what it's about. I've probably seen about 1,000 restored 1930s gas stations, some museums, met weird and interesting people, camped a bit, not a lot, learned a lesson about not keeping soft bags attached to a bike overnight. It's been a great trip. I should be, I'm no more gas stops before home, put it like that. I'm 112 miles away and I've just filled up, so that means I can get back with no more fuel stops. Should take me about an hour and a half, and then I will be sat indoors drinking a lovely cup of tea, get to sleep in my own bed, have a shower in my own shower. Yeah, it's going to be good. I definitely, the trip was great, and really, I guess if I'm summing it up, I would probably say I did it in too short a amount of time. I probably should have taken 3 weeks over Route 66 itself, stopped off in some of the cities along the way, had a few days not riding at all. So I suppose if there was any criticism of the trip, for me it would be that I did too much too quickly. But despite that, it was still fantastic. If I could be on the road now for another couple of weeks, I would, but no, I always find when you do, it doesn't matter how long the trip is, when you do get to the last couple of days of the trip and it's the last couple of days of the trip, you do start looking forward to getting back home, sitting on your own couch, nice cup of tea, all of that. So that's what's going to be coming up in my very near future. And I suppose, I should say, Route 66, would I recommend it? I think I would recommend it, but not if it's like the only big bike trip you're ever going to do. I think there are better things to do on a motorcycle given 2 or 3 weeks off work than Route 66. I think the Pacific Coast Highway, California and Oregon is better, a lot better. As for other trips around America, I don't know yet because I haven't really done it. I think the Alps are better. These things are better because roads are more fun to ride. Let me pause in this to speak of a significant moment. Welcome to colourful Colorado. We're back. That's a landmark moment. I'm back in the state in which I reside. The trip is almost over. I think there are better trips that you can do with more variety. Even something like, even if you do like the Pacific Coast Highway or some of the great roads around Europe, you can still see cool, fun things along the way like you do on Route 66. But you get the fun of riding those sorts of really twisty roads. So I'm glad I've done Route 66. A lot of people said I would come back from the trip and be like, what a waste of time, why did I put myself through that? It's just boring straight roads, and I don't feel like that. I think it is something, if you're going to do a big trip on a bike every year, which is what I try to do, I think sooner or later Route 66 has to be one of those things, and you will enjoy yourself. But like I say, if you can only do one trip over a lifetime, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure this is it. This probably sounds like I've got like a real downer on the whole thing. I really don't. I've had a great time. I'm just going to be honest that I suppose I've enjoyed other trips more. So not to say I didn't enjoy this, but because when I say I've enjoyed other trips more, I mean they've been absolutely phenomenal, incredible experiences. So that's not to say that this sucked. This was still absolutely brilliant, and I'm going to look back on so much of this trip. But I really think there's other things I would recommend doing first. But I've seen bits of America I've never seen before. And you do kind of feel in touch with the history of the road, and follow it along like that. You do get a sense of the history of it, and also the enormity of it. I mean, I've got a modern, comfortable motorcycle. This thing's got cruise control. It's fantastic. Comfortable. It's great. And still, doing that route and that distance isn't a physical ordeal, it takes it out of you and a mental ordeal. Imagine travelling those distances across America in the days when comfortable modes of transport didn't exist. Certainly didn't exist for the average person. Back in the 30s, but even before that, because Route 66, some of the route already existed, and it was joining existing roads up and things like that. So people still did, before Route 66, these trips across America, and just doing this really brings it home to you what that must have been like. I've had a great trip. But to sum up, I'm now looking forward to a cup of tea. Damned fine cup of tea. And I think this is where I will leave this series of videos. I don't know if anyone is ever going to watch these apart from me. I imagine some people I know might watch like a couple of minutes here or there just to see what it's about. Probably no one's going to sit through all of this because I don't know, I'm going to end up with like hours of footage when I put it together. But I'm really glad I can video this trip just for myself, Right, anyway, hour and a half to ride, then time for a cup of tea, and yeah,